Alright guys, so I wanted to film like a really quick intro for this makeup look, but basically I'm going to be using the Plouise Worldie palette. I know that some of you guys really wanted me to review it and do a look with it, so this is the first look that I did with the palette. So if you guys want to see how I created this look, make sure to keep on watching. Before we get into today's video, make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, and turn on your post notifications. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to do a makeup look with the Plouise Worldie palette. This palette came out a few months ago. I believe it came out September, but I really didn't want to try it out on camera. So yeah, I mean, I know there are always so many things launching, and as much as I would like to have all the time in the world to play in makeup and use everything that I buy, sometimes it's hard with my schedule. So I was just like, you know what, let me go ahead and, you know, just get ready and do my makeup. So I'm gonna use this palette. I'm not really sure if I want to do a blue look or a green look, but I honestly haven't really done a green look on my channel. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna start off with the shade called Barrier Reef, which is a really pretty teal greeny kind of sea color, and I'm just going to be applying it to my outer corner. Now I'm taking a pencil brush to do this just because I want to make sure that it's kind of like in a set place, just focusing it on the outer corner. I have some brushes that I got on my trend move box, and this one is from Nabla. It's just like a tapered kind of brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade that's green. This one is called Big Apple, so it's a really pretty green shade, and I'm going to start working that around the shade that we just put called Barrier Reef. Just blending it into the inner part, but still not going into the inner corner. So I'm filming this on the 15th of November. So as you guys are watching this, the Milk Cosmetics Beetlejuice collection has, well, right now they're only selling the PR box. They're not going to put out any of the individual products until November 25th, which is 10 days from now, which is actually crazy that the holidays are like so near, because this year has felt like eternal. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of the shade called Baggage, so I'm just going to put it on top using that same brush. We're just going to be concentrating it a little bit higher. So yeah, like I was saying, the Beetlejuice collection has already come out on the website, but it's just the PR box, and I did pick up the PR box. I'm not really sure if I'll be keeping everything, or if I'll like be reviewing the entire collection, just because I did want to get it and like be able to show you guys, since I typically do like to review most of Milk Cosmetics like newer launches. So yeah, I really love Beetlejuice. You guys know I've been talking about this collection non-stop since they first announced it, and I'm just really glad that it's on its way to me already. They shipped it super fast. I ordered it on Friday and I got my tracking email last night. So yeah, I'm super excited. I hope that I can get it before the end of the week. Okay, I'm just going to be using that same brush and using that to blend the green with the lighter one. Always want to make sure that it's very diffused. So there are not many shimmers in the Worldie palette, and as much as I would like for them to have included a lime green, the only shimmers that we do have in this palette are a teal, a more olive toned, and a like navy. So I'm gonna go ahead and just swatch them for you guys, so you guys can get a feel of like what is in the palette. So those are the three shimmers. These are the three shimmers that they included. That olive tone is super beautiful. I'm not sure if that will be like a really nice color to apply, but I'm gonna go ahead and add a deeper shade. As much as I really loved that shade called Barrier Reef, I do want to add just a little bit more of depth to the outer corners. So I'm gonna be taking the shade called the Alps, which is a little bit deeper than Barrier Reef, and I'm just gonna add that to the like very outer corner and a little bit into the crease. I just want to add like a little bit more depth to this, and make sure you can like see a really clear distinction between Big Apple as well. So I'm adding a little bit more Big Apple just to add a little bit more of that really pretty green. Again, blending. I really just want to add like a super pretty, like pretty lime green to my inner corner, just because this is like a green look. So I'm going to be taking this liquid eyeshadow from Kara Beauty, and this is in the shade called Magic. It's just like a really pretty lime green. So I'm just going to take that and start applying it. From what I could tell, those greens didn't really have any fallout, so that's pretty good. So I did want to ask you guys like what you think has been like the best holiday release. I mean, some things aren't really like Christmas or like very fall. There's like very minimal, like there's a lot of holiday collections, but then there are also a lot of things that I'm just like, how is that holiday? Like, what is it inspired by? So I'm gonna take this new liquid illuminator from Colourpop, and I want to add it underneath of my foundation just to see like how illuminating it makes it look. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of this, and I'm just gonna be adding it to like wherever I see the high points of my face. I just kind of want it to look glowy underneath. This reminds me a lot of the Rare Beauty liquid illuminator in the shade Enlighten. I did share that with you guys on my IG story, so if you guys would like to see a swatch of it, I should have it up saved, but yeah, they do look very alike. So I'm just gonna mainly add it to like my cheeks, because I feel like my like T-zone area shouldn't have illuminator on it. So Kylie Jenner is releasing, well, Kylie Cosmetics will be collaborating with Dr. Seuss and doing a collection for the Grinch, which was super intriguing when I saw the pictures. And I was so excited because she was asking on her Instagram story like, do you guys want to see the reveal? And I was so excited. I couldn't wait for the palette, but of course the palette was like almost one of the last things that she teased. And as much as I think the palette is super pretty, like it is very pretty, it's not as green as you would expect for it to be the Grinch. And I saw a lot of comments on Trend Mood that said, and just like a lot of makeup pages that share like new releases, they were just saying that they felt that she probably included a lot of browns and more muted greens because the average consumer probably won't wear green that often. And while I agree, I feel like if you're doing a collection that is with someone that is based on one single color, you might as well just go all out. I understand that whereas it's more value for your money, if I'm going to be buying a, like, let's say a Cat in the Hat, and there's not a red, white, or black shade in that palette, it doesn't really make sense. I'm not saying that every Christmas inspired palette or holiday inspired palette should have a green and a burgundy, because that's not, you know, like what the average person would wear. I feel like if it's just glamorous like shades that, you know, like a really like pretty gold reflective shade would be perfect, because a lot of people like to wear shimmers during the holidays, and just have like really pretty sparkles all over their eyes. So anything that I feel like would be exceptional or would be like more typical for like what someone would do for their holiday makeup, and that's where I feel like BH Cosmetics really executed it right. In my opinion, I feel like they really thought about their Christmas collection. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit of my Maybelline pressed powder. I do plan on doing a full review on the Melt collection. Well, once it arrives, I'll see what I end up creating a look with and what I'm not as intrigued by. But I've heard that the PR box, and I've seen from what they've posted on Instagram, that it's literally so huge. So yes, I'm excited for it to get here. I'm gonna go ahead and start on my lower lash line. I think I'm just gonna do the shade called Barrier Reef on the outer part. I'm gonna be taking this brush and taking a little bit of baggage and using that to blend. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a lip. I'm gonna be using the MAC Cork lip liner. I ordered a blush off of Colourpop, so I'm excited about it. I can't wait for them to ship, but I'm just going to be using my handy dandy Colourpop Interstellar blush. And now I'm going to add a little bit of highlighter. I'm going to be taking my Benefit Tickle highlighter, Cookie highlighter, which has been my favorite. I'm just gonna add that same cookie highlighter and add it to my inner corner. The Worldie palette was really good, but I only did try the green shades. So I'm gonna open it up and so you guys can like officially see it. And the only thing I wanted to say was you can create a whole entire blue look, greens, there's a little bit of purple, and like browns and just like really interesting shades. There's like a really pretty navy. Like I said, there's only 3 shimmers, which if you guys know, I prefer mattes over shimmers, so I really like the amount of mattes that are in here. I feel like you have a lot of room to create. I used probably like 4 shades out of this palette, and I didn't really use these more pastel greens right here, this one and this one right here, but I did use this shade right here, this shade, and this shade on top. So far I feel like the mattes are a little bit dry, but they blend out really well. There isn't a lot of fallout on the face, but when I do dip into the pan, there is a little bit of powder that does come out of the pan. So it does retail for, I believe, $60. With like the whole shipping and stuff, it might be closer to 70, but that is something to consider. I feel like you're mainly paying for the packaging, because if you guys see, the packaging is pretty big, it's pretty bulky. But overall, if the formula is great, that's fine. I feel like the packaging can be a con to some people, because not a lot of people want to put that much, like it's a huge palette, and if you don't have a lot of makeup storage, it may be a problem. But overall, I really do like how the greens blended out. I think that this is a really interesting look. I really did like how like they performed. It's really pretty and just really green, but of course there are a lot of different color combos you can create with this. Overall, my thoughts is that I really do like it. I don't think it's a bad palette. However, when I say that you need it, if you're looking for these particular shades, it may be great to try this palette out. And if you don't mind the international shipping and it taking a little bit longer to get to you, then that's also something that you can consider. But overall, I really do like how this look turned out. That's pretty much it for today's video. So yeah, definitely make sure to subscribe to my channel if you did enjoy this video. Give this video a thumbs up and turn on your post notifications so you guys never miss an upload. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.